On the run, it's James. At midfield, he's got room. Off he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Line gets set. First down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Might be looking to run. He's going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. To the air, it's Simpson. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at...
Oh, and he knocks it out of the way, and he's running free. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Ducks in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. It's complete to the left. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ducks!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the returner goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. To the air, it's Simpson. He'll pull it down. Oh, they knock it free. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he's got it inside the 20.
Trying to bail your ass out, bud.
And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Final play of the quarter coming. On the ground, it's James. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a man, it's Gabriel. Looking for space to the left. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
I think you're seeing the chemistry between these two guys on that last play, right? Quarterback's on the move. He's got to find his big fella. He does a great job of finding the soft spot in the defense and settling down. He was a stationary target for his quarterback on the move, and that really helped him pick up that first.
Quarterback will audible. Off play action on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Looking to pass on second down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
After the misfire, now on second down. Toss sweep to the right. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Pulls it in. It's Bernard.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on fourth down, deep in your own end, early in the game, and they get it somehow running the football. Wow.
And the ball is picked off. Looking for more room. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Oh, and after the big gain, the ball's loose. Defense.
We seen that play at practice, coach.
It'll be a turnover.
I know they didn't get the ball back to you.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score.
That run game don't work.
Yes, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a one-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got
that pass game don't work.
At this deficit, this could be where the game turns right here.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He caught it, and he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the... And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tide.
And That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's Gabriel. Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Shoots it to the left. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. Offense set on 1st down. The give on the inside. He locked up and held on to bring him down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the right. What a job to lay out and make the catch. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Right down the middle. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands.
They bailing your ass out, nigga.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
And the defense
Don't get that shit going, nigga.
stop after the sweet run and good gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Snap it to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Final seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to put up 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Put a 3 spot on the board as we finish the 3rd quarter. That's going to do it here in the 1st half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He makes the connection.
But they bailing you out, bro. They pushing my nigga back when I'm trying to get your beat. That's crazy.
He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Scrambling away. Bought a little time, lets it go. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Caught, close to the marker, it's holding. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find him.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. That's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is a type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close down.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
The give to the tailback. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback doing a lot of good decision-making on that last play. First off, nice job extending, but then understanding what the coverage was, understanding nobody's open, and then going, hey, look, I can go get this myself, and finally, not only am I going to get this first down, I'm going to take care of myself, too. I'm going to slide. I practiced this all week. Little baseball slide action. We got a fresh set of downs.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Try to get it to the edge. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Got his man.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Got a man. It's Bernard. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. They make the stop.
So we ain't about to talk about this right here, but we ain't about to talk about that bullshit right there. They get your ass, nigga. Come on, go on, get in the mic. I need you on that goddamn mic, nigga. That nigga's not Derrick Henry. He ain't even D.N. Derrick.
Go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
From the shotgun,
Now they lagging. Crazy how they want to come back, bro.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run.
They said it was doing the hotline, bro.
Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Oh, he wants it all. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Oh, fuck. You put all the fat ass nigga up, man.
Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he'll find enough running room.
There did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the run, it's James. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Looking to pass. It's Gabriel. Moves away as he feels pressure. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in a sudden change situation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He's going to let one go back to the middle. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown.
Go to sleep.
Great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do.
That shit boss, my boy. UPS. FedEx.
You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level, creating big lanes for this running back.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Starting to feel a little pressure. That's caught. It's Miller. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw at Simpson. Unleashes one deep.
Stop playing with my boy, man.
Everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation.
Oh, bro, this shit boss, bro. If he ain't holding me, nigga, this shit boss. You know, they don't hold me onto your positions.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions. completions have them staring at 3rd and 10.
I know you ain't gonna bust a move. You trying to get to that zone, nigga. I know. And again, even you'll bust a move here and there, but shit, when you down, you ain't busting no move, nigga. You going straight to that box.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Defense not showing press coverage. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the first. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. 1-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with a W.
Here comes the offense on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he goes down.
Use those sweet birdies. Use those sweet birdies.
Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. On the move, it's James. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the
Use
play.
those sweet
Ball
birdies.
there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They come
Gotta go and get the first right quick.
3rd and long from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. They're working that left side. They make the stop before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Ducks hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. From the gun, running back on the move.
Tell that man to go. Sing his ABCs. Sing his ABCs.
Timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, they picked up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to throw into zone coverage, you can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to
know how to play our way,
and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Going up top on first down. Looking to buy time. Final shot falls.
Cheese, nigga.
Talk about building confidence. Coming through.
Oh shit! I'm on the screen. My fault. Stream.
can
My
really set the
fault.
course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters.
Oh,
This team has guys
man.
that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Check out the momentum. Look at this shot. One-handed. Wait a second. You gotta see that again. Look at this. Check out the momentum.
Maybe they probably keep him highlights on being like, oh my God. Oh.
Advance that shit.
Maybe they probably keep him highlights on being like, oh my God. Come on. Oh. Hey, go on there.
Dance that shit.
Ugh.